Welcome everyone to the reading of My Good School. My Good School works for the personal and social development of an individual by offering an environment where experiential learning is made possible through activities beyond just study. And this brings to life learning, which would otherwise be theoretical and uncoordinated. So whole idea of this is to apply learning to life. And like you want to go in a classroom where you want to make it audible, you want to make it interesting for everyone, it's imperative that we focus on the art of reading. So the sessions at My Good School are going to be purely focused on the art of reading when we meet every Friday. We already have shared links. We've already shared audio. You will see the podcast is available. It's as easy as that. You can follow once you have finished, once your session is done. You can easily follow the webinar. So it's not difficult at all. Manisha ma'am, would you like to read with me or would you want me to read the whole chapter?
So you may begin, I'll follow up.
Okay, so we will read together. That will involve the both of us.
Yes, sir. I'll open my book.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is important is for these sessions, we do need a book. And if you don't have a book, it's very easy to download. It's available on Kindle. Are everyone, all of us happy with this? You can please respond in the chat box. Yes, today is a trial session. We are trying to get used to it. And Suman ma'am, just respond to us if you hear us loud and clear, because your last message at 2:20 says not audible, sir. So please could you check? That will be nice before I read the chapter finally. And the focus of the chapter today is teachers travel with you all your life. Suman ma'am, from the Jamku Devi School ID, you are permitted to talk. So you can even unmute and talk. You have access to audio and talk. So you can also come in and talk to us. We have given access. You can easily talk to us. Thank you. Thank you for confirming. Have some people got the book? I presume some have. Others who don't have the book, please download it. By engaging students to become involved in activities in the community outside the confines of the school curriculum, we would help develop their confidence, knowledge, and networks. And this will only happen when teachers develop their confidence, knowledge, and networks. So, our focus today is on working in a classroom format where we teachers are all students. As you learn from us, we learn from you. And I know this first session sounds challenging, but as we settle down, you look forward to these weekly sessions. Teachers engaging with young people, and that's all matters. Students benefit from what school and outside interests have to offer always. This can be the key factor in their progress from adolescence into a fulfilling and rewarding adult life. As of now, I am on the preface. I'm reading portions from the preface only. For me in particular, the quest for my good school continues, and the journey so far has brought a great sense of fulfillment. The credit for this must go to the Doon School. I am on page 11 of preface. The great masters who have not only shaped our lives, but have even set the benchmark for quality education in India. Our country is as developed as its education sector. We in India should make affordable quality education our development mantra. And this alone will help us develop a great nation. No matter what path we take on the road to economic development, the speed breaker will always be the quality of education. Let me thank each one of you teachers to take out this half hour today. I think it's a huge, huge achievement on your part to be able to be together with us. And I respect each one of you. I bow down to each one of you. Teachers travel with you all your life. Page 117, book My Good School. And yours truly, the author, is humbly here to present himself and actually read for you. Just checking again, audio loud and clear. Thank you. Lifelong learning is what we are talking about. And learning to learn is the goal a teacher must always have. If this goal of learning to learn is not there, I'm afraid you are moving from bell to bell and doing nothing at all in the day. There is a chapter on the school bell. We will read that someday also. Learning is a lifelong process. And so it is vital that we have the best teachers accompany us on the journey of life. We may grow up and follow a guru or a mentor. Whomever we follow, the teacher's leadership is supreme. The teachers bestow on us. All going well? No problem? Yeah. So we're talking about teachers' leadership being supreme. And if we don't have this in our philosophy, and I often give an example that there are three teachers whom we all have in our lives. First teacher is the mother. Second teacher is the teacher, the figurative teacher, the teacher who's sitting there, you, me. And third teacher is nature. Because nature teaches us as much as mother and teacher teaches us. So if you look at your life, if you look at reflect, all these three travel with you all your life. Your mother, your teacher, and the nature around you. You can't have a better teacher than nature. The empathy and care our teachers bestow on us will be etched in our memory for life. No matter where we go, we will always carry a teacher in us. What makes a great teacher? There are characteristics that can predict whether a teacher will be a great teacher even before they get into the classroom. Studies show that the teacher is one of the most crucial factors in a child's school success. It's not the school, it's not the brick and mortar, it's not the classroom, it's not the campus, it's the teacher. A poor teacher can set a child back forever, while a great one will inspire them forever. I discovered some great poetry in Koizera's book, Tips and Tidbits for Teachers, for Parents and Teachers. So it's a little poetry. Just to mention here, we are soon going to start poetry sessions also. We will have poetry reading once a week. So if you like reading with us, you can even join for those, but that will happen in the coming month, I think. Manisha ma'am, just for your knowledge, we are working on poetry reading sessions also. So those will start in due course. Like today, we found this Friday 2:20 slot. We will find a slot for poetry also in the week. We will also find a slot for art in the week. So there is going to be poetry, art, and reading. Because reading is poetry, reading is an art. And that's why we have added poetry and art to reading. I am a counselor and psychologist to a problem-filled child. I'm a police officer that controls one wild child. I'm a travel agent scheduling our trips for the year. I'm a confidant that wipes a crying child's tear. I'm a banker collecting money for a ton of different things. I'm a librarian showing adventures that a storybook brings. I'm a custodian that has to clean certain little messes. I'm a psychic that learns to know all that everybody only guesses. I'm a photographer keeping pictures of child's yearly growth. When mother and father are gone for the day, I become both. I'm a doctor that detects when a child is feeling sick. I'm a politician that must know the laws and recognize a trick. I'm a party planner for holidays to celebrate with all. I'm a decorator for a room, filling every wall. I'm a news reporter, updating on our nation's current events. I'm a detective solving many small mysteries and ending all suspense. I'm a clown and comedian that makes children laugh. I am a direction ensuring that they have lunch, or from mine, I give them half. When we seem to stray from values, I become a preacher. I am proud to say I am a teacher. So that's what you are. The whole page here. And I'm sure now you will value why you're a teacher, what you do as a teacher, and you will perhaps read this poetry and reflect. If you feel like writing poetry and you're inspired by this, please do. Poetry writing is far easier than writing anything else because your thoughts can be put up in nuggets. Children require guidance and sympathy and not mere instructions. The degree, the certificates a teacher carries will not be of any use. Sorry for that hindrance. The degree and certificates a teacher carries will not be of any use if there is no empathy and concern for the child in the teacher. You do not need a classroom to teach. What you need is a heart with all the room. Manisha ma'am, do you agree with this? You need a heart with all the room.
Absolutely, sir.
Look back and recollect the best teacher who touched your heart, who made you feel very special, and who had faith in your ability. A teacher is with you all your life. Even today, I remember my first teacher in kindergarten, my special teacher in class 1, and others who have helped me find myself. Their love and care, irrespective of domain knowledge, will always carry me for life. As we grow up, we strike a chord with a guru or a mentor, and sometimes the person is even a colleague. Learning is from the heart. The mind is a mere knowledge bank. I wish to pause here and tell you, and I'm saying this more and more, there is no mind inside now. Because for everything, you search your device. So your mind has expanded to the neocortex. It's become the cloud. Now, how do you use that cloud? And how do you own your life is in your hands. So I will repeat this very interesting sentence. Their love and care, irrespective of domain knowledge, will always carry me for life. And that is the beauty. And that is what makes really, really, really special. For effective learning, the teacher must become an integral part of our life. It is true. Disciple who becomes most successful and inherits the mantle of the successful leader. So if you are in a mutt or even in any teaching learning organization, the best disciple inherits the successful teacher or the leader. Writer and educational consultant Mark F. Goldberg states, greatness in teaching is just as rare as greatness in medicine, dance, law, or any other profession. Although the qualities that make great teachers are not easy to inculcate or duplicate, understanding these qualities can give all teachers a standard of excellence to strive for and guide schools in their efforts to recruit and retain the best teachers. You may not always find the real teacher in the classroom, as the walls often box the learning process. The teacher has the burden of the curriculum, the challenge of living up to expectations, the need to work for a livelihood, and finally, key result areas, the KRAs to meet. A teacher is one who will be part of your life's journey, who will love, adore, and even try to emulate. For me, the classroom is a mere brick and mortar location and not a place of real life learning. When you start limiting the learning to hours, books, and time, you will have a challenge at hand. In our journey, we have had the opportunity to travel many co-travelers. As Dr. Mary K. Whitaker, a business leadership strategist, executive coach, trainer, author, and founder of About Leaders Community, and Dr. Mary K. Com says, I'm quoting what Dr. Mary K. Whitaker has written. Think back to a great teacher you had in your life. Maybe there was an exceptional teacher who encouraged you and helped you explore further career opportunities that would incorporate your talents. Maybe you had a coach who not only taught you how to do perfect layup, but also reminded you about the importance of getting good grades in addition to high scores. So layup is normally in basketball. How about your friends or parents and all the lessons they may have taught you to push yourself to succeed, to do the things you love, to believe that you can be or do anything that you set your mind to? The teachers who have been part of my life taught me how to appreciate others, care for nature, and play the game to find the joy within. When climbing mountains, doing a cross country run, cooking at home, standing up and speaking, all they said was follow your heart. Be true to yourself, and you will find the leader within. Being a person with no particular religious beliefs, I'm sure when you hold someone in high esteem, you will carry the person in your heart. And it is this person whom I would call your teacher. Some may say you are a follower, but remember, you are simply traveling with your teacher and doing it at your own comfort and pace too. Teachers have faith in you. This is why you never get lost. In my school days, a group of us boys went trekking. There were no mobile phones in those days, and we lost our way. After a day's delay, when our parents and community would have gone wild, my teacher was very comforting and simply assured all of them that we will find our way. The great teacher had an intuition and tremendous faith in the ability of his pupils. When we finally trooped in a day late, he was ready to welcome us with a plum cake and very eager to hear our experiences and exploits. There he was, smiling warmly and with a heart full of compassion and care, standing by the boys for their efforts. Note, there was no panic, no chastising, no questioning, just celebrating the spirit of exploration and faith in the Shishya. See the confidence of the Guru. 24 hours, he was not worried. He says, my Shishyas will come. That is the connection a teacher and a preacher have, or preacher and a Shishya have. Stories and fond memories are treasures we all share. This is where the teacher must be the most prolific artist. Your favorite teacher will be to correlate real life with real life and make every moment a moment of learning. It is very important for us to understand that learning has to precede teaching. Learning has to precede teaching. While teaching may be a process, the outcome has to be learning, and that too learning for life. Find the teacher you cherish and travel with the individual for life. Let your teacher reside in your heart, and you will be able to overcome any major challenge or obstacle in the journey of life. As Swami Vivekananda said, you have to grow from the inside out. None can teach you, none can make you spiritual. There is no other teacher that but your own soul. caring in abundance, having a desire to find out more, cherishing the students, knowing them very well, and being a knowledgeable person will be able to enable your long life learning. This is the teacher you will travel all your life. So this is a very short chapter on a teacher who travels with you all your life. And the interesting part in this chapter is it says learning is a lifelong process, and that's the eternal truth. And it's good to have the company of the best teacher. So try and be the best teacher. Do understand as a teacher, you are a psychologist, you're a police person, you're a travel agent, you're a confidant. Look at the word confidant. And I think that's the most valuable word in this poetry which we just read. You're a banker because as a teacher you collect money. You're a librarian because you actually introduce teacher to the world of books, and that's what we are trying to do. You can call us librarians, but as long as we can inspire you to read, I think we would have achieved the purpose we exist. Custodian. Another word we've used is custodian. And a custodian has to take care of a lot of mess in life. Psychic, another interesting word we wrote. Teacher is psychologically very strong because teacher can guess a lot of things. Teacher has this Shiva ki aankh, third eye, where you can see way beyond anyone else can see. And that's the respect of a teacher. Now, when you talk of the third eye, teacher is a photographer because teacher captures the journey of every student going up. You may have written report cards, but when you sit down and you close your eyes, pictures will flash by of a student growing up whom you have seen from a 5-year-old to a 15-year-old or 18-year-old in the school today. You are a mother and father because they are gone and they have left the child to you. Go ahead, you're a doctor. So often you understand the pain of a child. Yet ahead, you're a party planner. You plan parties, picnics, you do so much more. You decorate your room, so you are the best interior decorator. You're a newspaper reporter because you update your knowledge and share it with your students. You are a clown and a comedian. Ask a primary school teacher how much of clowning they have to do the whole day. And the most difficult job in the school is with the primary years teachers. It's the difficult job. It's, if you ask me, primary year teachers to a school are far, far more valuable than the teachers who help children pass exams and get into colleges at the senior level. It's not the competition that matters, which you help the child get, or the physics or chemistry you teach, but it's the role of the primary teacher which actually changes the life of a child. So please understand, as a teacher, and normally the primary teachers are supposed to be junior teachers who are actually starting school, which is quite insane. And when I went to Finland the other day, I realized that the most experienced teachers were primary teachers. Yeah, you'll think that's a demotion in India, that a primary teacher being taught by a 50-year-old or a 45-year-old, but they think it's a promotion because they say that when a mother and a grandmother is a teacher at the primary years, that makes all the difference. So you reflect on all these things and think about it this week. Yes, we have a WhatsApp chat. I think we can all add you in that. You can please come in. I'm sure Suman will facilitate that. Suman, can you please come inside the conversation to have access? Would you like to come in, Suman? Your main Zoom link, which says Jamku Devi School, is definitely welcome inside. So if you come in for a minute, yeah. So if you come in for a minute, so let's think this week as to why you think you're a teacher. Very simple question. Why you think you are a teacher? I've told you teacher travels with all your life. So this week, think why you think you are a teacher and what is there inside you which makes you that teacher. Please share that with us in the WhatsApp. Just by a comment. Don't get involved in sharing more on WhatsApp. Just write down and answer this question. Manisha will put it there for your reflection. Reflect. Why do you think you are a teacher? Will that do, Manisha ma'am, for today?
Yes, I'll be done.
Over to you, Manisha ma'am. You have 2 minutes because Suman has warned us she'll ring the bell at 2:50.
So all I wanted to say that teachers are having a very big influence on a student's life. It's like parents, no doubt they are having it. Apart from the parents, the guardian, and the nature, as you said, teachers are having the maximum influence on a student's life. So how to mold the children, how to make learning a fun and not the misery, it depends on a teacher. There are many teachers, like even I remember, like when I was a student, I was not getting some concept. I used to ask my teacher, they will repeat the same thing what they have said before. It left me more confusing. It took more than 10-15 days to understand long division in mathematics. And then even then I could not understand. I was like, table se yaad karna hai mujhe 2000, 4000, and something something all the time. I was left with so much of confusion, but then I understood ki nahi, this is not the right way, this is the right way. So when a child grows up, they do understand where they have lacked and they take control. So this is what exactly the teacher should be doing it, making the child comfortable. It is not the room where the child is, it is the heart, as you have already mentioned in your book. The child should be there in a teacher's heart, not in the classroom. So
Beautiful.
we all should be staying grounded, making the best resources available to them. Resources doesn't mean that it should be electronic resources or that. Empathy plays an important role. And as you have said before also, it's not necessary that to interact with the child is enough. You need to see the surroundings of the child, where the child is, where the child is going, what type of house the child is having. Are they living in only one room, 15, 20 people or more? So this type of information, understanding about the child is going to help the teacher and taught relationship in the long way. Thank you, sir, for the guidance.
Thank you. Enjoy yourself. Wonderful being. See you next Friday. But do keep up the communication with us on WhatsApp. Thank you so much. Thank you, Manisha ma'am, for being here always.